Greetings. My name is Jace Hargis, and I'd like to share just a brief introduction to some of the services that we can provide at the UCSD Teaching and Learning Commons Center for Engaged Teaching. Briefly, a little bit of introduction. You can certainly read this on the website, but I've been enjoying some faculty development in various roles around the world over the past 15 years, and I hope that I can offer a service to you. Briefly, our philosophy and what we believe in is that we believe in building relationships. We hope that those relationships can stretch out across campus and that we can make some connections and offer some of the services that we might provide. Secondly is that we believe in getting our hands dirty, to get in there to work with you and to try to help you in whatever capacity that you believe that we might be able to assist. Collaboration is key to us. We hope to be a clearinghouse and to kind of help people connect ideas and projects around the campus. We do believe in a lot of risk. We take a lot of risk. We try to find out whether things are going to work. We write those up, and then we try to share that literature base with each of you. One of the foundations of our center is SOTL, which is the Scholarship of Teaching and Learning. We developed and designed experimental designs that allow you to collect data while you're doing some innovative methods to then determine empirically if this is going to work for you and for your students. And ultimately, we believe that there are many, many ways to be a good teacher. And we hope that we can just basically facilitate and support the ways that your philosophy aligns. Some of the goals that we have right now is going to be pretty much developing some relationships by doing some programs such as these, build our services up by listening and attending to the kind of needs that you have. We're going to try to hire some staff and increase the kind of resources that we might provide. Redesigning our website so that we can have that as an accessible and available site that you can see what we're doing. Develop these workshops. We have a few now. We're offering a few, as I'll share in a moment, but develop some more of those. Develop some course redesigns. I've done a few of these this summer. We've got another one that we're going to offer very soon. And offer course classroom observations, which I'll share a little bit about here in just a moment. And then work with faculty on the Scholarship of Teaching and Learning. Our services links you can find at this website. We do a lot of confidential consultations, a lot of new faculty support, which would be syllabus guidelines, some lesson templates, and learning communities. We do offer a higher education short course program, and we do, again, these full three-day course redesign studios to take your course and update it. We offer complete beginning to end scholarship of teaching and learning as far as helping you with background literature review, learning theories, identifying the proper journals that they might fit into, and of course these classroom observations and a lot of workshops. When I do say observations, I want to make it clear that this is something that might be a little different than most. I have a three-part system where I basically go in and do a conversation with you to know what it is that you would like us to look for. And then we collect data in three different ways. One, a quantitative checklist of qualitative attributes, a qualitative kind of a field notes guide, and something fairly unique is a faculty flow diagram. This is where I basically outline the activities that take place in class. The X's would be the faculty member and their movement around the class, and then the students and the little marks indicating basically who had a response, raise their hands. We take and we provide a rubric to measure that, and then we basically allow or empower you to evaluate what that means to you and your teaching. Lots and lots of workshops. I won't go through all these, but these are all listed on our websites. And then lots and lots more of education technology opportunities that we can help out if needed. A really quick example of those would be to look at how we can get more information from our students in student response systems. There's really lots of easy ways to do this, such as using something like a screencast, which is what I'm doing here. I'll explain everything as an app that allows to do that. Poll Everywhere, which is a way to gather some information from students, either on multiple choice or words in creating word clouds. Padlet allows students to basically post their thoughts and move them around. Kahoot is a gamification of some questions and answers. Plickers is fairly unique in that it allows students to hold up a QR code piece of paper, and the student has some sort of a mobile device that then they can capture those and create a bar graph on their responses. Very quickly, I'll show that another of the final ones that I'll try to represent is something called a video scribe. This kind of goes out and gives an example, but basically, Video Scribe is going to be a way that they can. I'd like to take just a few. You can look at these. You can draw this out. You've probably seen these in various other videos. You basically determine how quickly it's being drawn, what the text is, what some of the graphics that bring in, and as one of my favorite things is that at the very end of this is that it kind of steps back and zooms out, and it shows you and the students what that conceptual framework looks like, which is something that is difficult to do in a traditional way on a chalkboard. And so it gives them the ability to stop, start it, really easy for you to do, and doesn't take much editing at all. One of the last things I'll just share briefly is the what's called a learning glass. This is a resource from the University of California, and this is something that you can come in and work with them, and allows you to basically face forward towards the students and walk them through various parts of your lesson and your concepts. You can write on this, you can erase this, you can actually import some graphics over here, and you can show them some things that you maybe have preset and then refer to those. But the nice thing is that it's just another way to share some of the content with your students that they may be able to look at in a different way. So that's wrapping up the final things, as we have some next steps that we're going to try to obviously continue to visit faculty departments, incorporate their ideas, look at some ways to collect some media-rich qualitative data and create some learning analytics, continue along with a system that I've started with some peer review electronic content creations, and then obviously maybe toy around with doing some faculty abroad, some satellite spaces, and creating some teaching spaces. If the last thing that I always do anytime I share my presentations is we try to focus on what we call knowledge, skills, and dispositions. So I always ask at the end, what's something that you might, a summary of the session that we just gave, the skills, what's something you might use, and the dispositions or the attitude, basically what word describes how you feel now. Feel free to fill that out, send it my way. Hopefully that was worthwhile for you. And always, please let us know if we can help you out at email, website, phone call. Thank you.